And Mr. Speaker, I never lie. I stood because I knew I was given an opportunity. I'm a Muslim, God-fearing, a good student of Mama Aida. I listen to instructions. You gave me 2 minutes, I'll keep it under 2 minutes. Thank you, Chair, for the opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, too, for this opportunity. I stand here to support this. I am saying that I think the executive is taking this house for granted. Mama Aida, you want to know Mama? Please protect me from him because that's such a big name just to throw like that, Mr. Speaker. You are protected,
don't be distracted.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And I can confirm Dr. Aida Betty Odinga is known by all Kenyans. Proceed.
She is the legitimate first lady of my heart, the mother of this nation, a woman by all standard. Thank you. I have informed you rightly. Mr. Speaker, I'll repeat it once more, that this house is being taken for granted by the executive. I'll give an example. Where I come from, Migori County, in Nyatike sub-county, there was a petition that was put here by the Honorable Member for Nyatike, Tom Odege, about the land in Nyatike, saying that we are supposed to be given title deeds. Before the petition was walked onto, the executive, and so to say, the minister or whoever she is for environment, went ahead and gazetted the area as a forest. And so you start wondering, how does this government work? Because Parliament has made some right decisions to do, and then you find an executive single person making a decision and even gazetting it in the newspaper without consulting what is happening. I think, as the President had said, that he has clueless ministers, and whoever they are, PSS and the rest, they are very clueless. They need to be informed. They should send some people who have ideas to inform that what is the Parliament saying about this issue before I gazette it. That way they'll stop embarrassing themselves as incompetent as they are, but at least they need to hide their incompetency. Because, Mr. Speaker, I'm saying this with emotions
because... What is out of order, Honorable Ruku?
Mr. Speaker, this amendment has nothing to do with the current ministers. Whether the current ministers are clueless or not clueless, it has nothing to do with the conduct of the current ministers. We only want to put registration by the ministers and Department of Government in line according to our committee, which I sit, which is chaired by Honorable Chepkonga. So please, the Honorable Member should not introduce other innuendos of the sitting ministers in the government of William Samoei Ruto.
He's taking my minute. Mr. Speaker, may I inform this member?
Honorable Fatuma Mohammed will be heard in silence.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed.
Honorable member, for your information, I said as an example. When you are using an example, you can walk out of the paragraph that was being read and you use anything including fish as an example. An example remains an example. I am speaking with emotions because I am affected by this decision of running into newspapers and making decisions without them comparing notes with what is happening in this house. And that remains an example, attaching an example. I am a resident of Nyatike. We have ran to court. We are using our resources, our emotions. And so, kindly, let us advise the executive. And those who are not my words, I quote once more. President William Ruto said, his people are incompetent. And that is why we have this problem. Incompetency is the reason. If we had competent ministers and PSS and directors, the situation we are in today wouldn't arise. And so, Mr. Speaker, I support this. Thank you for listening.
Honorable Chepkonga, you have barely 6 minutes to reply. You see, you must be careful when you are donating time. You know not.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know this is a house of debate. In a house of debate, the speaker, the substantive speaker, says this is a house where you use terms. What he said, he calls them panta